recording software going. So I kind of talked a lot about mental things. And the thing about it is, it's easy to ignore the fact that the system is only a tool.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
What's going on in your head? The system can be amazing, and you can still actually not make money with it. I've seen brilliant systems where people can still lose money because they don't apply it correctly. And to give you a quick real-world example, back in, I think it was 2005, I partnered up with a guy, and we had a live day trading room, okay, for the S&P 500 futures. And we did it, I think we were online about 4 hours a day. And basically the deal was we had one pattern we were looking for, and we would risk $100 to make $150. Okay, so, and we had a consistently an 80% winning rate. Now, we had 200 people paying.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
Despite the fact that we consistently had those winning numbers. Any guesses how many people actually took advantage of it and made money? Yeah, I've seen a lot of like 5-10%. Yeah, not many. It was actually probably about 20. But here's the thing. They were paying really good money. They were paying $200 a month to spend 4 hours a day with us. We were consistently proving day in, day out that we could make way more money. But yet, they got in their own way. They were their own worst enemy. They always had excuses. They would argue with us and wonder, they would try to talk us out of what we're doing. Okay, so the bottom line is
this file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
Why I spend so much time on trying to get your head straight, because that's going to determine what's going to, make you successful with this program. So, as you can see on this first slide here from the movie Jerry Maguire with Tom Cruise, it's all about show me the money. That's why you're all here, right? You want to make the money. Okay, so I could tell from like the feedback on some people from yesterday, they didn't quite see the full connection of what I was trying to share and how it directly affects the amount of money you make. So what I'm going to do
this file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
Yeah, Grasshopper, he says, show me the retracement. There you go. Okay, this is kind of the secret sauce, guys, so I want you to pay attention here. All right, and Nick has said it in his own way, but this is what he's been teaching you. There's 6 things to do. The first thing you do is you can use the trade EA. Let that do the hard work for you, or the heavy lifting, to help you, hone in on the trades. All right, this is going to make life a lot easier for you, and I can tell you that I'm really excited about this. I haven't even had a chance to use this software. Second, what you do is you simply, you double check the top-down approach, and if everything looks good between the EA and
this file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
You place your order. You do all your money management stuff. Okay. Once the order is in, like Nick said, you basically walk away for the first day. Let the money management EA, get you out of the trade. And then after that first day, all you need to do is maybe once or twice a day, check the trade. The ideal scenario is where it's moving in your position more and more, and you just have to keep, trailing your stop, especially with the when you have that third, that bonus lot. And that's it. You want to repeat it over and over again. That is the secret to making this work. Now, there's a big but about all this. It's fear and greed, all right? These are your...
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
So once again, as long as you stick to the 6-step plan that I just said, the odds are going to work in your favor, and you will consistently make more money than you've done before, okay? But the fear and greed, that's going to be the big obstacle and the challenge, and let me explain why. Okay, this is what I call the symptoms of greed, all right? And I've talked about these, over the last couple hours of my talks, but let me just kind of pinpoint them. So when you go over your trades and you look at how you're trading or how things are not going well, these are the symptoms of greed. If you look and say, wow, I'm over trading, or
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor.
Too much on trades.
Please buy it now.
If you stay in a losing trade too long and you refuse to get out of it, okay? If you know that you should get out at particular targets, but you keep holding on to the trade because you're getting greedy. You want the trade to go up another couple hundred pips, all right? That's a sign of greed. If you put too many trades on at one time, if you revenge trade, for those of you who are new to trading, what that simply means is, say that you have a bunch of losses in a row, you get really angry. So you revenge trade, which means you get super aggressive, okay? Not a good idea. Also, if you start winging it, all right, you stop following the rules. It's a sign of greed because you just think you can kind of wing it and get away with things, all right? Not being able to admit when you're wrong.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor.
Okay.
Please buy it now.
Also, when you're getting greedy, that's when you're probably going to try to buy one of those get-rich programs that I talked about. Okay? And then kind of the overall sign of greed is when it causes you to no longer consistently focus on your plan of action. And the plan of action is that 6 steps that I just showed you, okay? Now, on the other side of the coin, these are the signs that you're trading out of fear. So I'll go through these quickly. Fear makes you second-guess the system. All right, you start saying, oh, God, does this Spartan thing work? All right? If you're fearful...
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
You won't be able to implement the strategies, all right? If you're fearful, you're going to be afraid to lose money. You can also be afraid to take risks. I know I talked about that yesterday. It's going to cause you to be hypercritical. You're going to overthink and overanalyze everything. That's also called in the trading world paralysis analysis. It's going to make you, you're too scared to take trade with real money. And what often happens is you end up demo trading for years, months, years. I've actually seen that happen. You can become preoccupied with being wrong. Okay, you can keep buying more systems because you figure, okay, well, if I'm fearful of trading, well, if I buy more things, I can overcome my fear. Also,
this file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor.
In other words, you get out
Please buy it now.
To find out that it went up 100 pips later on, as according to plan. Also, a sign of fear is when you endlessly tweak the rules, the indicators, and the EAs. There's no consistency. And once again, all these things and symptoms of fear, bottom line is it causes you to no longer focus on your plan of action, which once again is that 6 steps, okay? And everybody, I know you're going to get it, but just let me say you totally understand what I'm saying here. Yeah, and believe me, everybody, every trader, Nikas, myself, it doesn't matter how long you've been trading.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
For your mindset, you may be trading more out of fear, and other times it'll be greed. Okay, sometimes, as I mentioned, when you're doing really well, you're going to be trading more, out of greed. So this is really the key here. You have to understand that the bottom line is anytime your trading starts going in the wrong direction, it's either due to fear or greed, okay? Because that fear or greed is going to directly affect the way you apply the strategy. It's always that way, okay? And just to go back to what I was talking about with that day trading room I had, well, a big part of the problem was that the people weren't taking the trades. The majority weren't because they were fearful.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
Didn't allow them to execute the trades. All right. Now, another thing I want to point out is that you do have to realize that just because you have some losses, okay, that's also part of trading. Okay. We don't always get 78, 80% winners. Sometimes it could drop down to 50, 60%. It's just part of the natural part of trading. So don't freak out and, overthink things. It might not be due to fear, okay, or greed. But yeah, what you really want to start doing is keep a trade journal. And anytime you have losses, you need to start thinking, okay, did I take that trade out of fear or greed? And the way you're going to know you're going to do that is by going back over those that little cheat sheet I showed you, okay?
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
You have to see, it's kind of like you go to the doctor. He's looking for symptoms so he can diagnose your disease, okay? He's got to put all the pieces together. So when you look at the symptoms of fear or greed, they're going to quickly tell you, what you need to pay attention to. So as I just said, anytime it becomes tough, if you're stuck in a trading rut, you need to really think hard about where you're coming from. Are you trading out of fear or greed? Because this is what's going to make errors happen. And the nice thing about it is sometimes by the simple realization that, you say, hey, okay, I've been trading out of fear.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
You're going to be on a much smoother path. You're going to be trading better again. So what you have to realize is this is, something, the big takeaway here is that 6-step trading plan that I showed you, that's going to help you break free of the fear and greed. So let me show you what I mean. Yeah, Matt just commented in the chat box, discipline is king, okay? And you constantly have to apply a discipline of those 6 steps because that's what's going to ensure that you don't get lost trading because of the fear.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
So I'm just repeating that once again, okay? Here's the thing. I don't think anybody would disagree with me that this seems very simple. You just check the EA, do your top-down approach, place your order, and then walk away. And then you check your trailing stops. And basically what happens is the odds will work in your favor. The system gives you a mathematical edge, and using the 3 parts, the 3 lots, that's going to help you maximize when the trades are running. So in theory, it is easy, okay? But doing it in the real world, that's when we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot at the time. Okay, so I put together this little cheat sheet, and this
file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
Drive late at night and you're really tired, and it almost feels like you have trouble driving in a straight line. Well, if you know that feeling where maybe you almost fell asleep at the wheel and you kind of drift off the side of the road, and then all of a sudden you kind of wake up and then you come back and you're back going straight again. This is what it's going to help you do when you're kind of swerving off the road. So let's say you're going over your trades and you realize that you're over trading. Well, you go, okay, yeah, Mark, I haven't been moving my cursor yet, but now I'm going to do it because this is kind of the first time I need to, kind of go back and forth here. But let's say you're going over your trade log and you notice, well, my symptom is I'm over trading.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
You make sure that your EA has found a good setup, and then you double check it, okay, with the top-down approach. You can't take the trade unless these 2 things are checked off. So just by that factor, you're probably not going to overtrade because many times people overtrade because they're not following the rules. In other words, they're making up other kind of trading patterns, okay? If you say, wow, I keep entering, I'm too anxious, I enter too prematurely, well, you go back here, once again, these first two things have to line up, okay? So in other words, you can't get in until these bars close and you have a valid setup. So that kind of gets rid of that problem.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
Money Management EA gets rid of that. Okay, it knows how to get you in so that you never risk more than you want. Okay, well, some of you, it's hard to, put stops in, or maybe you hang on too long, you stay in a losing trade, and this is a big mistake people make. Well, once again, the Money Management EA is going to ensure that when the trade goes bad, it just takes you out. It's painless. You don't have to think about it, okay? So remember, always look at the symptom on the right, and the solution is only one of these 6 things here. That's it. Okay, another thing, like, if you don't get out at the targets, okay, and as I mentioned, when you're greedy, you're hoping it'll go way more. Well,
this file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
That's going to take care of it, all right? You're not going to put on too many trades because the Money Management EA is going to do that. So you get the idea, but constantly evaluate yourself every day. Go down this checklist and say, okay, am I suffering any of these symptoms? And the solution is here, all right? Pretty easy, guys, right? Yeah, this is, once again, you're kind of swerving off the road. This will get to the heart of the matter, okay? This kind of sums up with so much of what I've been talking about the last 2 days. And I've actually
this file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
Now let me just go, I've made another one for those of you who are trading more out of fear. Well, this is a common thing. As I said, maybe you're second-guessing the system or second-guessing yourself. Well, guess what? If you allow the EA to do all the tough analysis, you no longer have to worry about second-guessing it because you know that the system works, okay? If you're scared of losing money, well, guess what? The Money Management EA is going to ensure you don't lose too much, and the fact that the EA is going to get you into higher probability trades is going to help you remove kind of this fear of losing money or taking risks.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
Number 1 is going to do the trick for you, okay? You don't have to be scared about trading with real money because the EA, the risk management, is going to keep risk small as you want, okay? And once again, you're not going to be as scared when you know that the analysis has been done right, okay? So I'm not going to go through all these things. You get it, but it's very self-explanatory. But I promise you, if you keep, checking in how you're doing each day, okay, you're going to know how to quickly, what area needs to be worked on. All right, it's just a few things. It's not rocket science. And one thing a quick real-world example I want to give you here. Back when I was in university.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
I could actually save this document. It's just like a simple little PowerPoint, but I could certainly save that for you so that you could print it out. But just a quick example. Back when I was in university, it was 4 years, and we had to study what was called like a pre-medical, pre-med curriculum. Okay, so we had to take 2 of the dreaded courses for most people were called organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry. They are like nightmares for most people. They are like brain-numbingly complex and just very strange and just so hard to figure out. So here's the thing. In order for me to get my initial degree, which was called a Bachelor's of Science.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor.
I was getting like
Please buy it now.
D. Okay, and the professor said, listen, if you can't turn this around this semester, you're not going to graduate, and get your degree. Fortunately, I had a friend. This guy was extremely smart, okay, but he was one of these genius guys, but he had a unique gift that he could actually, break things down very simple so that you could understand it. And I don't know why, but I'm flunking out this whole semester, and I never thought of asking him for help, maybe because I just thought he was one of these smart guys that didn't have any common sense and could share things with me. So anyway, I said, hey, John, can you help me? And so he quickly, within a couple hours, completely changed the way I looked at all this, very abstract.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
It actually made sense. And after I, spent another month studying based on the way he approached this topic, guess what? I turned it around from a D to a B. And, he literally saved my career because I would have been stuck. Okay, I couldn't have gone any further because I couldn't make sense out of a complicated thing. So part of the thing that I'm trying to do over the last few days with you is have you look at the markets differently, hopefully see them a lot clearer so that it makes more sense. And then anytime you get stuck, you have a way to get out of it, okay? And listen, guys, like I said, this
file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
Most of the problems you're going to find are going to be kind of really dealt with on this short little presentation, especially these last 2 pages. Any questions on it at all? Do you think it could help you? Okay, good. And, once again, I can absolutely tell you with 100% certainty that, yes, a system is important, but a system is only a tool, and it's not going to do you any good unless you address all this stuff I'm showing you on a regular basis. Yeah, Joe, what I'll do is I'll either put in a Word document. Yeah, it might be the best way to do, like maybe a PDF or something like that, especially these little cheat pages.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor.
Yeah,
Please
Matt said you
buy
have
it now.
to master yourself, and that is it. One of my old mentors, a guy named Don, very successfully make $1,000 a day trading, and I watched him do it for a week, straight. And he told me, he says, listen, Jeff, you can learn everything there is to know about yourself within a couple days of trading, because it says like a mirror. And he says all your bad habits will be reflected in your trading. So he says if you're fearful, if you're greedy, if you have bad habits, if your discipline isn't good, the market is going to be like a big mirror and shine it like very quickly in your face. Okay? So this is all about, you have to master yourself, and when you do that, then it's easier to master markets.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.
I talked yesterday about the video games. Well, the great thing about that is you never really risk anything, so you don't fear getting back in. But the thing about taking a trade is it's always instant. Okay, you're either right or you're wrong. Okay, there's no kind of do-over. All right, you jump off the cliff every time. Okay. Yeah, Nick says, will you save us as my friend John did in university? That's what I'm trying to do. And, one of the things, too, that kind of drives me crazy is I realize that we're all adults here. It's not like back when I was, very young, and the first couple of years I went to a Catholic school, and we had the nuns, okay, and some of them were very mean, and this was the where they'd still hit.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor.
Okay, so
please buy it now.
I see that you're not doing something right. I can't do that. Okay, but my intention is I want you all to get up to speed, and that's always the challenge. So this was kind of my idea that came up with me this morning that I hope can kind of get you over the hump. Okay, guys, I'm going to cut it here. All right, we've just been on about 2 hours. Listen, have a great night and start, in a few hours we'll post the EA and the video as well. Okay, see you all tomorrow, same time. Okay, guys, have a good night, all right?
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor.
This is going to be a few hours.
Please buy
it
it now.
takes us a while to render the videos and post them online, and also to install the indicators and the documents. Okay, everybody, have a good night or a good day, depending where you are. Okay, you're welcome, guys. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.
This file made by the trial version of Advanced Audio Compressor. Please buy it now.